So hii wiki hii nitazindua chama chetu cha kisiasa, na baadaye tutafanya sherehe kubwa sana ya launch. Mtakuja? Na hiyo chama ndio yetu.
Ladies and gentlemen, anytime from now, Rigathi Gachagua, the former deputy president, is going to announce the party in a very colorful ceremony, if I quote his words. Rigathi Gachagua has been saying that they are going to come up with the mountain party that is going to include people from other parts of the region. And actually that has been his message to even the rest of the coalition partners, that they should establish their parties and then they bring these other parts of the country in that party. But these parties must have their regional origin. So therefore, the mountain not excluded, Rigathi Gachagua has come up with the party and is going to announce it this week, probably tomorrow or even Friday. Now, on this video here today, I want to look at whether this party was new and what are some of the roles, what are the intentions behind starting a new party in the mountain region. But before I take you through, please, if this is the first time you're watching my videos here at Mukwa Times, kindly take a second or two to subscribe. Thank you so much for those who have helped me to hit the 6,000 subscription mark, and also for those who are supporting the channel by asking me to do some analysis. I want to thank you so much. My number is always here, come through for me, and I'll always appreciate. Thank you so much for listening to me. Let me give you 2 seconds to subscribe before I proceed. Thank you so much for subscribing. May God bless you. Let me dive into the topic today. Now, I have to state it here categorically that Rigathi Gachagua is not going to launch really a new party that it has just been registered. No. This is a party that had existed. Probably they changed the name, or maybe they just changed the colors and at the times the party is being launched. Why am I saying so? If by now, if the party was going to be registered as a new party, by now you could be hearing signatures being collected across the country. Apart from the signatures, already it could have been leaked. Why? The control of the registrar of parties, this is the government. By now they could have leaked or maybe shown the party that's going to be done what? To be launched by Rigathi Gachagua. So therefore it's clear that this is an existing party that is going to simply brand, just like it happened with the UDA. A party that they are just going to ensure that it has gotten the mountain colors and of course brand it well to ensure that it has pushed the mountain agenda. Now, what could be some of the roles of this party as far as the mountain or the Kenyan politics are concerned? Number one, the major role of the party is to unite the people of the mountain. As we speak today, they don't have a party that they can all say this is our party. Why? In 2022, they went to William Ruto with UDA. And the person who was representing them was Rigathi Gachagua. After Rigathi Gachagua was kicked out, he resigned from the party. So they don't have a representative there. If it is Kindiki actually has been selected by the president, so definitely is not an elected member of the government. So therefore, the mountain people even also actually had even some other parties that were there, though they were small, because like some have one party, one member of parliament, some don't have. The one that was almost UDA, it was Jubilee Party, which had a significant number of people, members of parliament of about, let me say 20. So therefore, the mountain people, up to now, they don't have a party that they can all say this is our party. The major one that took votes from their members of parliament was UDA, and UDA, its origin is the Rift Valley, to be specific, the Kalenjin land. So therefore, as we speak today, the party is needed in the mountain region. So if the party comes on board, the fact remains that people are going to all merge in that party, and that is going to be a clear indication that this is where the mountain has met, eventually creating what we call unity. That's number one. Number two, it's also going to build Rigathi Gachagua. If Rigathi Gachagua is going to be the face of that party, eventually it's going to build him as one of the big politicians in the country. Rigathi Gachagua is going to use this party to reach out to various parts of this country, to get friends from all over the country, to campaign for members of parliament in various parts of this country. And that is going to be a clear indication that he's stretching his wings. If he's stretching his wings, he's building himself and is becoming a national leader. And this is going to be evident not just in 2027, but starting the by-elections that are going to start very soon, where we're going to have campaigns across the country. So therefore, when I speak on Rigathi Gachagua building himself, I mean he's going to use the party to politically become stronger and stronger, and probably gain the national figure that he has been lacking because of his shares sentiments, and of course the tribal the tribal sentiments, maybe let me say the tribal, being branded a tribal leader. So therefore, it's clear that the party is going to build Rigathi Gachagua. Another thing I want to say here, it is that Rigathi Gachagua needs members of parliament. We all know that he's getting to be the president of this country. And if he wants to be a president who is successful, he must have the members of parliament from his own party who are going to support his issues, bills in parliament, who are going to advise him, who are going at least to help him on one or two things as far as governance is concerned. So therefore, Rigathi Gachagua is going to look for members of parliament so that when they want, even if it's to oppose the government, if it's not in government, it is significant. If there's a bill that is being tabled in parliament and it happens that Rigathi Gachagua is not the president, it happens that it has to undergo scrutiny. And this actually having members of parliament, it also helps a leader to even bargain for one or two things. If you see some of the people with members of parliament already having huge shares in government, doing a lot for this country. So therefore, we cannot exclude the fact that Rigathi Gachagua is also using this party to get members of parliament to give him bargaining power and also even to enable him rule the country if he's going to be the president of this country. Apart from that, he's also going to have the political stature being strong, in that whenever he calls for a meeting, he calls members of parliament from various parts of Mount Kenya, various parts of Kenya. It's going to be a significant meeting. Also, the party is not only going to bring members of parliament, it is going to have governors, senators and MCAs. Once you're in control of these kind of positions, as a leader you become strong and richer. That's how Kenya is. You get an opportunity for you to get tenders, and if we all know that all these elected members of parliament, elected leaders in general, are all contributing a certain amount of money to the party. So if it happens that someone has been elected from this particular party of Rigathi Gachagua, the fact remains that it's going to contribute, and immensely the party is going to grow, and of course people are going to become richer and wealthy right from the party. So therefore the party is generally going to act as a vehicle to also strengthen them financially. Apart from that, we all know that the government always budgets for parties, and considering what is happening, Rigathi Gachagua's party is going to have many members of parliament, and they are going to have funding from the government. So therefore it's going to be very clear. The party is going to grow people financially. It's also going to grow further because they're going to get financial support. Lastly, it's also for presidency. How can you vie for president without having a party in Kenya? Without being a party leader of a particular party? So the fact remains that he couldn't go for Jubilee because the leader of Jubilee is Uhuru Kenyatta. Now he wants to be in a party where he's in charge and is the one running the affairs there. That is why he's creating his own party. So the party that's going to come up, Rigathi Gachagua is going to use it for the presidency come 2027, if he's going to vie. That is basically what the party is meant for. I don't know what's your take as far as the party that's going to be launched by Rigathi Gachagua is concerned, but as per to me, those are the issues that I feel strongly come up from the issue of launching a party. My name is Abel Mukwa. Thank you so much for watching, and for those who've been supporting my channel, my number is always here. I want to thank you so much for being part of this journey.